Hello, mermaids! All right, so I was lying in bed this morning and I was not feeling motivated to get out of bed and do all the things, do a spiritual practice, do a morning practice, do a morning routine. This happens kind of frequently for me. I don't wake up with a lot of energy. I wish that I did. I'm working on it. Definitely working with my body. 2021 is a big year for me of doing a lot of that. But I'm not a person that wakes up and I'm like, oh my God, it's 6:30 a.m. and I'm so motivated. And also don't drink coffee. So, you know, a lot of the stuff that we see online for having a morning practice is like pretty in depth. It's like, all right, when you wake up in the morning, never ever touch any piece of technology, then go straight to your green juice. Hi, Bianca. Go straight to your green juice, have a green juice. You're going to meditate for half an hour. You're going to have your journaling practice for 20 minutes. You're going to do your yoga for an hour. And then you're going to do your 10-minute gratitude journal practice. And then you're going to set your intentions and manifest. And then we're good. You're going to be good. So, I don't know if this video is like also pause. This is about the video. If anyone's live right now, can you tell me, am I going like, is the video really weird right now or is it totally fine? Because it's showing up as really lagging to me. So if you could let me know if you're live, that would be amazing. And I'll just continue. Right, so there's a lot of just stuff that a lot of people talk about in the morning, practice breath work, you're going to do your cold shower, and even if it's like people recommending something that just takes 15 minutes, when you're not feeling it, when you're pretty lazy or when you're not motivated or maybe you're depressed or maybe are not feeling well that day. Or maybe you just really kind of fucked up dreams or you didn't sleep well. You're not necessarily waking up with this like get up and go energy. Right? Okay, Bianca says all is fine. Okay, thank you so much for sharing. So, what do we do? But like if we know, like, so even though that is how I, wake up a lot of the time, like, oh, I don't have too much energy. I kind of just want to lay in bed. I don't feel like doing like Kundalini yoga right now. At the same time that I feel like that, I'm also really dedicated to my spiritual path. I'm really dedicated to being in alignment with my soul's mission. I'm really dedicated to having a communion conversation with my higher self frequently and just really living my days in alignment. And I know that having some sort of morning check in and morning ritual really helps to set the day. So, what do I do? So this morning, what I did and what I'll do often in the mornings, and also this just helps get me going. So sometimes I'll do this and it'll like kind of like get me going or like, okay, I can do the next thing. I just pray out loud. I just make invocations out loud. And I think this is a really like um, underrated aspect of spiritual practice that people don't often talk about. So let's do some spiritual invocation. Some people call this prayer, communion, a conversation with the universe. Let's do this together so you can see what I mean. So you can repeat after me if what I'm about to say feels good. So let's do this. We'll go, higher self, I call upon you. Thank you for filling my body and my cells now. I call light to myself. I ground myself into the core crystal of Gaia. I ask that my higher self guide me today and align me today. I call upon Archangel Michael to clear my energy field. I ask that my beloved heart open up now. My heart is now opening to love, to divine love. I intend to be of divine service today. May anyone who is struggling in this world, in this moment, receive a wave of divine love. And may Archangel Michael please support all those beings who are struggling in this moment. How may I serve? Mother, Father, God, show me the way today. Show me the way. So that was what? Like a minute and a half. You could do that for 10 or 20 minutes if you want. I was doing a version of that laying in bed. Hadn't even got out of bed. It was probably like 8:30. Had some sips of water and was like, I feel pretty chill right now. But I was in, doing these invocations. I was praying. I was doing that, and then, from there, and notice also when we did that, we were like, okay, I ground myself into the heart of Gaia now, or the core crystal of Gaia. I call my higher self to me. We did a lot of the things that we might do in meditation. We might ground ourselves in meditation, but this time we just spoke it out loud. So, out loud invocations, using sound and using your commandments is really, really powerful. And you don't have to have a big loud voice. You could whisper this if you wanted. If you had someone next to you sleeping, or your kids didn't know you were awake yet, and you were like, "Higher self, feel me," so they wouldn't come into the room, right? Like, and then from there, what I did is like I was like, what do I want to do? And then I just danced. I just danced for like half an hour, and that was enough to just get me going. And then I'm like, okay, yeah, now I make that green juice. I'm gonna do some yoga, and then I'm gonna go for a snorkel. And some days that doesn't happen. Sometimes it's literally just the 5 minutes of invocation and prayer, and then that's kind of all I got in that moment. And then I'll just kind of tune in, and later in the day I'll probably be ready for a meditation. And then again, some days it's like so on point, doing all the things. It really depends, but we don't have to just throw away a morning ritual or a spiritual check-in because we're feeling not motivated, low energy, not well, whatever. You don't have to do your spiritual, like Matt Kahn says, you don't have to do your spiritual Olympics. You can just have, a few moments with yourself. So I also want to mention too that if you want help in practically connecting with your guidance, and if you want help and support in going really deep with that guidance as well with your guides and angels so that you can live in that communion in your life, so it's easier, you have more support. Doors are open, but they're closing tomorrow night for Meet Your Guides and Angels. So Meet Your Guides and Angels is a 4-week journey. We're going to do 4 live ceremonies, 7 guided meditations throughout the weeks, and a Facebook group, and a lot of support. And this is just going to be like such an activation for you to go whatever level you are, beginner, intermediate, already deep, with your spirit guides and your angels, who might be archangels, who might be ascended masters, who might be some of your star family or your ancestors or animals that are with you. All of those beings are with you and they're guiding you. But we have to ask. That's what the morning ritual, the morning invocation was for a few minutes. We're asking for help. We're declaring what we're intending for. So all of those beings, your spirit team, they're with you. And it makes a phenomenal difference when you actually work with those beings consciously every single day. It's incredible what can happen. You feel so guided. You are guided, but you're really opening up the door. So we're going to go really deep. Everyone's going to get a big activation. We start on Tuesday, and the journey is only $188 US. I wanted to make it, a lower price point so it could be affordable. We already have a great group of women, and I'm really excited about it. So the link to that is in the title of this video, in the description, or if you're seeing this perhaps on IGTV, it will be in my bio, as long as the doors are open. If the link's not in my bio, it's closed at this point. So much love, many blessings, and let me know if that was helpful for you. If just, the idea of taking 1 minute, 2 minutes, 5 minutes, 10 minutes in the morning while you're lying in bed just to say, higher self, I call upon you, whatever you want, is helpful. And again, if you're like, Beth, I don't even know what my invocations would be, like, I'll have to write down what you said, come join us and Meet Your Guides and Angels, because you're going to be like a pro after that in learning how you can actually work with your voice, your speech, your guides, your angels, your higher self, to bring in some really powerful energy and guidance. So much love, many blessings, and thanks for joining me. We'll see you soon.